Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Last time we fought our way across the west side of the Upper Way and made it finally to the command center here where we talked to Governor Medina. And basically he said that the Inquisitor was investigating some Mechanicus shrine or sanctuary that was being attacked by the cultists that are in this area. And let's just look at our journal instead of me trying to remember everything. Investigator Adeptus Mechanicus Monastery on Riken Minoris. Governor Medina told the Rogue Trader that the interrogator headed to the hallowed electrodynamic cenobium. It is there that this agent of the Golden Throne is most likely to be found. We also have Gleam of the Final Dawn. Head to the monastery. Interrogator von Calix headed to the monastery of the Adeptus Mechanicus that guards the sacred Archaeotech reactor. According to Governor Medina, rebel forces have been spotted in the vicinity. The Rogue Trader needs to head to the region to assess the situation and locate the agent of the Inquisition. The monastery of the Adeptus Mechanicus is situated in remote territories gifted to the priesthood of Mars, away from the hives of Riken Minoris. Due to the scale of the planetary rebellion, descending from orbit is considered the optimal way to reach the monastery. Tech priest Pascal Henneman has arrived on Riken Minoris at the request of his mentor, Archmagos Amernat. The planetary rebellion has interfered with their meeting, but Magos Henneman is adamant about finding his teacher. According to Pascal Hanneman's hypothesis, Archmagos Amernat, don't know why that name's hard for me, currently using the pseudonym Abel Hanneman, is at the hallowed electrodynamic cenobium. Examine the data on the command center cogitators. Okay. And then new blood too. Apparently that can be done here. I don't know. I think we have to help him first, though. I'm not sure. But we have a level to do, too, so let's go ahead and do that. We are leveling up super quick in this game. I imagine that's going to slow down eventually. We're also getting kind of close to unlocking the next rank of archetypes, huh? Is that at level 15? 12, 13, 14, 15, yeah. Okay, so choose characteristic and common talent. So we can't get any more ballistic skill or agility. So we got perception, strength, or fellowship. We also need the rest at our place, huh? I'm thinking fellowship. Interact with other creatures to deceive, charm, or befriend them. High fellowship will help characters find a way to approach a gathering of unsociable servants, or to effortlessly make deals with treacherous merchants. I do think that's probably good. Strength is another good option. But I think we're going to go... Because you don't have a lot of good strength characters. I guess Abelard and Argenta could be. Perception, we've got covered. I guess Cassie is really good at Fellowship, too. But we're going to go Fellowship. And then for our basic talent... Alright, so these are all the noble ones. When all stacks of never stop shooting should be lost. Oh no, this is still my class or my world stuff. They become what is WP? Wound points? Willpower. I'm sorry. Number or willpower divided by 2, number of stacks ahead. Or instead. Okay, so when I lose that, it would become... What is my willpower? So 45, usually. Yeah. So it would be 2. Okay. Additionally, a Fortress World character may upgrade the willpower characteristic even if their current archetype do not allow it. Ooh. That could be useful. I'm not sure. You do something. If a noble uses an ability on their servant, the servant gains 1 AP next turn. It's not a stack with itself. You protect me. If the noble and the servant are adjacent to each other, at the start of the noble's turn, they both gain temporary runes equal to the servant's toughness bonus or noble's fellowship bonus, depending on which is higher. That's not bad. You go on. A noble servants gain 2 movement speed or every turn. You kill it. The servant kills the target that the noble dealt damage to last turn. The noble gains 1 AP next turn. You are next. If the servant has less than 30% maximum wounds. Okay. I would like to get that just to make that skill a little bit stronger. At the end of their turn, Fortress War characters gain stacks of Never Stop Shooting equal to half the minimal damage of the most damaging ranged weapon they use this round. That could be really good too. Hail of Steel each round. Fortress War characters gain a stacking 1% bonus to dodge against range attacks for each shot they made during this round. Also, the burst attack grants an additional 10 stacks of Never Stop Shooting. Okay, so we could probably make use of some of this other stuff too. Like nimble is probably good. That's really all I'd want. Swift movement wouldn't be bad. You know what? I do want to get one of these, and I think I want you protect me. Yeah. I think we're gonna get that. There we go. Alright, Abelard. You get characteristic and a skill. So it's a pretty easy level for you. Go and get your weapon skill up to 50. And they want carouse to be higher. Do I want carouse to be higher or Medicae? Carouse is based off toughness, so let's go with that, yeah. There you go. Adira, you get an ability and a common talent. So we could get joint analysis. Oh god, a lot of abilities here. So joint analysis. Next turn, their allies' attacks. Until the operative's next turn, their allies' attacks also remove exploits and deal damage plus int. So again, your int's not your strongest suit. So we're going to try and avoid int stuff. While in cover, the operative gains 25% cover efficiency, 15 perception, 15 ballistic skills. This effect lasts until the operative moves, does not stack. That sounds kind of nice. Intimidation. Next non-area attack inflicts the intimidated effect on the first target hit by the attack and all enemies in a 5-cell radius around that target. Damage dealt by intimidated enemies is reduced by 2 times perception bonus percent until the operative's next turn. This negative effect is doubled for enemies with less than 3 times into bonus percent armor. Okay. I don't think there will be a ton of people with less than 9% armor. So I don't think that's going to be really what we want. Tactical knowledge. It removes 1 exploit from each enemy in a 5-cell radius around a point within 10 cells from the operative. If there is only 1 enemy in the area, the operative removes all exploit stacks from the enemy. All allies gain plus 2 times the number of removed exploits percent of armor until the end of combat. If 4 or more exploits are removed, the operative gains plus the number of removed exploits of damage until the end of combat. You know, that sounds pretty good, actually. Because we can get, like, 30 stacks pretty quickly. Not pretty quickly, but, like, fairly decently fast. A couple rounds. Which would be a lot of extra armor. Like, if we remove 30 stacks, that'd be 60% armor. Which means some people would have 100% armor. And that's also 60 damage. I don't know. That sounds pretty good to me. These psychic powers are terrifying, though. Foreboding. Creates an area that lasts until the start of the Psyker's next turn. All allies within that area gain 4 times the Psyker's psi rating. Which is only 1% damage. Or dodge, rather. Maybe that's what I was saying. Dodge. Whatever. The dodge chance cannot be less than Psyker's perception bonus plus willpower bonus. prescience. The target gains 4+2 times psi rating, intelligence, perception, fellowship, and willpower into the end of combat. That's 6. I mean, that could increase somebody's stuff quite significantly, I guess. Give them an extra bonus. Dominate. The target must pass a willpower resistance test with a -5 times psi rating penalty, or on their next turn, they will spend all their movement points. Okay, to move... What was it? I don't think I'm going to get this one, but to move as close as possible towards the Psyker. They can act as normal, but all their MP are spent on moving towards the Psyker. At the end of their turn, target must make a willpower resistance test again, otherwise they remain under the effect. Sensory deprivation. The target makes a willpower resistance test. If it succeeds, the target is merely blinded until the start of the Psyker's next turn. If the target fails the test, they become blinded and suffer an additional -5 times psi rating penalty to all characteristics reduced by blindness, and must make a willpower resistance test at the end of each turn. The first success makes them just blinded. And the second success removes the blinded effect. Biomancy focuses on manipulating living flesh and biological processes. Biomancers can heal wounds and alter physical characteristics. I like that. Pyromancy. A pyromancer is a master of flame, a psyker who is able to create searing infernos out of thin air. Pyromancy is one of the most spectacular and destructive forms of psychic ability. And those who face a pyromancer in combat are often reduced to naught but a pile of charred bones. Sounds powerful. And sanctic powers. A concentration of faith, sanctic powers are used by pious psychers to protect allies and smite heretics. Biomancy. Let's get that healing going. Alright, and for your common talent, we can increase your psi rating. I kind of want to get that. Thriving in peril. Every perils of the warp increases momentum by Psyker's willpower bonus plus resolve plus psi rating. Power conduit. After triggering a psychic phenomena, the perils of the warp first time each turn, the Psyker's next psionic power costs 1 less action point. Advice and guidance. Oh wow, there's a lot of this. I thought there wasn't that much. The first time in combat that an ally becomes the target of the Psyker's psychic power, this ally gains 10 to weapon skills ballistic until then combat. Blade of Light. Force weapon attacks deal 1 plus psi rating more damage and have 5+5 times psi rating, more armor penetration. We're going to increase our psi rating. There we go. Psi rating 2. Yeah. Alright, soldier. Characteristic and... yeah, I remember. And talent. So for you, I think we are going to go strength. Yeah. And... you can get shield... okay, what do we got here? So a lot of these are Imperium stuff. Like the No Heresy, I think could be really good. Hero characters, yeah, I get Xenos and stuff. I might get that one. Let's see what else we got though. Litany of Purification. All enemies in the area of effect of Warhammer or Furious Recital gain 1 stack to Disturbed effect. Enemies that are adjacent to the devotee gain 2 stacks of Disturbed instead. Also, all demons in the area of effect suffer damage equal to momentum. To the momentum restored. Sorry. To the devotee while using this ability. They should tell me what the area of effect is on those. I forget. Litany of Hatred. The devotee and their allies in the area of effect of Warhammer or Ferocious Recital gain devotee's willpower bonus, which is usually 3, divided by 2. Damage for single shot and attack of opportunities for 1 round. Shield of Faith. The devotee gains 4 times willpower bonus, so 8. Or no. 12% to armor against attacks of demons and warp damage. The devotee's resolve is also permanently increased by willpower divided by 2. So like 1. This your resolve is not very high, is it? The Emperor protects. The devotee gains a 2% chance to ignore any enemy attack. It's not bad. What is that 2 from? Willpower? Yeah. You know, we might go back and put willpower. Yeah. Seems like a lot of this stuff is for willpower stuff. Cleansing Faith. Melee, flame, and melt attacks against demons and psychers deal an additional 2 times willpower bonus and gain 6 times willpower bonus armor penetration. Such attacks against Xenos deal an additional 2 damage and gain plus 3 times willpower bonus % armor penetration. That actually sounds really good too. We're gonna get no heresy though. Or do we want this? I do like this too. 10% crit chance. Versus... what would that be now? We'll be at 4, right? So that'd be 8 damage. And 24 armor penetration. 4 damage and 12% armor penetration. That's pretty good stuff. Is that better than the 10% crit though? And 10% armor against both of them. We'll get no heresy for now. Okay. Next up, we have an ability and a common talent. Air of Authority. The officer increases an ally's resolve by 2. Plus officer resolve until the blah, blah, blah. Right. Don't you have like a healing one in here? It's interesting that she has different ones of these. Is that because she's sanctified? Or sanctioned? Whatever. Move. Immediately grants any ally... an ally additional movement points equal to a foul bonus. If it ignores attacks or opportunity until... that's not bad. Her fellowship bonus is 5, so that's actually pretty decent. Breakthrough ranks. This ability can only target allies who have enemies adjacent to them. Until the start of the officer's next turn, all melee attacks made by the target deal additional damage equal to the officer's fellowship bonus, divided by 2, multiplied by the number of enemies adjacent to the target when this ability is used. They immediately make an attack of opportunity against the adjacent enemy, targeting the one with the lowest remaining wounds. That's pretty good. Take aim. Next attack will ignore cover and will have double the effective distance. Oh, wow. If the target is under the effect of voice of command, this attack will ignore any enemy dodge. Additionally, the damage from this attack can't be reduced below 30 plus 3 times fellowship bonus. So that's a big... for any reason. I like that. Glimpse of Fate. The target gains 5 times Navigator's willpower bonus. Increased hit chance. Her willpower is usually at 7. Jesus. She's really strong. So that's a 35% increased hit to chance on their next attack. Dodge on their next dodge. And resistance on their next resistance test. Each of these bonuses disappear independently from each other after being successfully applied. Reveal the Light. The target ally gains 4 times the Navigator's willpower bonus to their willpower and toughness until the end of combat. That's pretty good too. Held in My Gaze. The Navigator deals from 1 plus 2 times willpower bonus to 6 times plus 4 times willpower bonus damage to an enemy. That enemy must pass a willpower resistance test or become immobilized until the start of the Navigator's next turn. Waking Nightmare. All enemies within a 4-cell radius circle suffer a minus 10 plus 2 times the Navigator's willpower bonus penalty to their willpower and toughness. Notch of Purpose. designates a square. The enemy closest to that target immediately moves up to 4 cells towards it. If multiple enemies are the same distance from that point, all of them move. The targets move even if they are stunned or immobilized. All units in a 3x3 zone must pass a willpower resistance test or immediately move out of the zone, even if they are stunned or immobilized. This movement triggers attacks of opportunity from the navigator's allies that have passed the test or that are outside the zone. And Touch of Anger. All enemies in a 1-cell radius around the target point must pass a willpower test. Those who fail, even if they are stunned or immobilized, immediately gain an extra turn where they attack their allies. Oh. Every time an enemy becomes the target of this navigator power, again during the same combat, they gain a stackable 20 bonus to willpower resistance tests against it. We're going to get Take Aim. And for this one, oh my goodness. Okay, I forgot she's got a ton of this stuff. I'm pretty sure we've read a lot of these already. Damaged by the navigator, they suffer 2 times the navigator's perception bonus percent additional damage from warp damage. Okay. We're looking for every enemy the navigator has in their line of sight has his dodge and hit chance reduced by 2 times perception. Is that what that said? Yeah. Tonicity. Mastery of time. Extra turn. Whenever a creature gains an extra turn, navigate against a stacking 5 to willpower. Open to the warp. Affected by the navigator's ability, suffer a -10 penalty to the next resistance test. From the navigator's power, the penalty is lost after such a test is made. If the navigator's perception is higher than their agility, which is ours is, their dodge is calculated from perception. Okay. Stable routes. Navigator's ability, Veil Degradation, is reduced by -1. That could actually be really useful. Strange Vitality. Navigator heals 6 wounds at the beginning of every turn and gains 1 additional wound for every navigator talent taken. The healing increases by 1 for every creature killed in between the navigator's turns. Perilous Ways. Enemies moved by the navigator's ability suffer 6 damage. Threads and Faults. Whenever an enemy fails a resistance test against a navigator's power attacks against them gain 22 times perception, so 22 times 5% critical hit chance, so basically 100%. Crit chance, the effect stacks but is reset by a critical hit. That's actually really useful. Unblinking Stare. In the combat, enemies damaged by the navigator suffer an additional 5 damage from all attacks of opportunity and cannot dodge them. Undam the Sea of Souls. Under effects of any navigator power, enemies have their armor reduced by 2. Whatever. This reduction is increased by the devastating parameter of the navigator's staff. It's not stack. Under my protection. 1 second, I need a sip of tea. Allies that are targeted by the navigator's abilities gain 5 to all resistance tests against warp effects caused by demons, psychic powers, navigator powers, etc. Until the end of combat, the effect stacks with every applied navigator ability. Unnatural Allure. The navigator gains 5 to Fellowship. An additional +1 to Fellowship for every navigator talent and or navigator power taken. Okay. That's actually pretty cool. Veil of Protection. Allies that are targeted by the navigator's powers gain 10% armor. Used by the amount of Veil Degradation. Increased by the infusing of the currently equipped staff. The navigator starts all turns, including extra turns, with +3 additional movement speed. The first ally targeted each turn by the navigator with a single target ability gain the same amount of additional movement points at the start of their turn. Okay, I would like strange pathways. Where is it? Or stable routes, I'm sorry. Yeah. So every time we use our a navigator ability, we'll be able to use a psyker ability too, hopefully. We'll see. That seems to be one of the hardest parts, though, is balancing your psyker powers, right? Can only imagine if you were playing a main character that had those abilities. Alright, for your Tech Priest, ability and common talent. Okay, so for you, I do think Intimidation would actually be good for you. Right, so your perception's not super high. But the damage dealt by the intimidated enemies is reduced by, usually it would only be 6%. But if they have less than 3 times our int, so if they less than 15% armor, that's still not going to be that many, is it? At least not yet. I think Tactical Knowledge was a good one, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Tactical Knowledge. And then... so for this one, Pinnacle Weaponry. The first attack in combat with any plasma, melta, or power weapon deals an additional damage equal to 5 for the remainder of combat. The bonus damage is decreased to int bonus divided by 2. Fires of the Forge. Forge World characters gain 4 deflection against burning effect and flame weapons. Heavy armor Forge World characters gain 1 MP, 1 deflection, cannot fall prone. Forge World characters gain a stacking 10% bonus to hit chance and dodge reduction against any target they hit with a single target attack. That's pretty good. Successful critical hits from single target attacks increase the hit chance by and dodge reduction by 20%. I do think I like this. I think what he uses a power weapon. Can I see before we pick? Yeah, accept. Okay. So this, what is it? Omniscient Axe. Two-handed melee weapon. It is a power weapon. That's what this is, right? Yeah. Okay. So on Tactical Knowledge. We are proficient in power weapons already? Power Weapon Expert. Power weapon attacks gain 10% armor penetration. I think we like Pinnacle Weaponry more. Yep. Alright. Level 12 is done. Man, leveling up actually is pretty involved. I love it. It's a stark change to Baldur's Gate 3, where I feel like it was very quick to level up. Okay. So over here we have something. Is there anybody we need to talk to? This guy's a name, right? The painfully thin Tech Priest turns sharply towards you. The sudden movement makes his chromed augmetics briefly clang. His gray eyes, set under furrowed brows, almost blend into the pale skin of his face, and he levels you with a heavy, dour stare. Identification. Unit Logus Quartz Crane. Official trade representative of the Explorator Cognizance Fleet. The unit supervises supply routes in the Rycat system, ensures the security of the combat arsenal, performs commercial transactions, and secures mutually beneficial contracts. When the Tech Priest notices Pascal, his eyes widen, His Vox unit immediately lets out a string of screeching by Ben Harik, a tortuously long tirade, in which the volume rises and falls seemingly at random. When it is finally over, the Omnissiah's servant bows his head in deference. Unit Quartz Crane requests permission to transfer information. The rogue trader possesses a supreme degree of power, the potential to influence the current leadership, the ability to restore order in the Rycad system. Show me your arsenal. I accept the commercial transaction. Pascal, what was that? A detailed complaint. I recommend you consider Unit Quartz Crane's request to transfer information. Permission to transfer information granted. What do you wish to tell me? What do you wish to tell me? The tech priest says sharply and curtly. Haphazard and careless decisions on the part of the Rycad Minoris governor have led to unacceptable consequences. Communication with the Adeptus Mechanicus Sanctum has been lost. Troops must be sent to the hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium, and without delay. Restoring communication with the Electro Priests and ensuring the Sanctum's security are our top priorities. You are the head of a rogue trader dynasty. Your position enables you to exert influence. The tech priest pauses for a moment, and pressure on the subjects of the Imperium. Unit Quartz Crane requests assistance. The actions of the governor, Faisal Raikadi Ab Medina of Koranis, must be influenced. Demand that troops be sent to the holy monastery of the Adeptus Mechanicus. I observe that this world's authorities lack diligence in the performance of their duties. This statement is true. United in their denunciations and brimming with righteous criticism, the pair in red exchange knowing nods. I'll discuss it with the governor. What will I get in return? The governor is carrying out his immediate duties, not intend to interfere. I'll discuss it with him. Unit Quartz Crane is grateful. The rogue trader is highly likely to successfully influence the future actions of the local authorities. You're an explorator, aren't you? What are you doing here? Retrieving archive data. Over 70 Terran years ago, the governor of Rycad Minoris and authorized representatives of the Explorator Cognizance Fleet made an agreement. Its goal was mutual benefit through cooperation. Unit Logos Quartz Crane is the fleet's appointed trade agent. The unit is responsible for maintaining the arsenal and the combat machinery. Blessed are the armorers, for there can be no Imperium without them. Blessed are the valiant warriors, for there is no end to the darkness without them. The Omnissiah's servants exchange a short Benharic mantras filled with intimidating solemnity. What is the Cognizance Fleet doing in the Rycad system? The Cognizance Fleet. The Cognizance Fleet's presence in the Rycad system is negligible. Its research activities in the system have been concluded. A limited presence is maintained for the purpose of logistical support, fulfillment of vows to maintain the Omnissiah's creations, spiritual oversight. Do you know anything about Abul Hanuman? Unit Quartz Crane has had no previous communications with Unit Abul Hanuman. The memory sector contains other data related to the quarry. Various resources and data storage devices of interest have been extracted by the standing army of Rycad Minoris for preservation purposes. The command center currently hosts a cogitator that was used by Unit Abel Hanuman. Appeal to the cogitator's spirit for further information. Show me your arsenal. Profit factor is a measure of your status, wealth, and power as a rogue trader. Its value is determined by your trade connections, income of your holdings, treasury, and loans both to you and from you. The value of your profit factor is displayed in the bottom right corner of the inventory screen, or in this screen behind us, the bottom left corner. While traveling, your character will use profit factor for buying items and completing colonial projects. We haven't even got to the colony building yet. That sounds like fun. Profit factor is not spent on purchases and transactions. Instead, wait, what was that? Its level, equipment. Wait. Oh, okay, I can scroll down. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Its level determines your ability to conclude trade transactions. Profit factor can grow or diminish. Its growth is primarily influenced by major trade deals, and its decrease by investments in colonial projects. Equipment, weapons, and other items can be found at vendors of various factions throughout the Karanis Expanse. To trade with them, profit factor and reputation are required. They are not spent on purchases, but their level, one or both at once, affects the range of goods available to you. Reputation is a measure of the rogue trader's relationship with the different factions of the Karanis Expanse. The higher the reputation with a faction, the wider the range of goods available from its representatives. To increase your reputation with a particular faction, complete their orders and transfer valuable cargo to their representatives. Alright, so you got a multi-key. I will take all of those. Yes, sir. Yeah, I also have an analyst's helmet. When the wearer kills a target with an exploit, using a single or dead-eye shot, the nearest enemy immediately gains one exploit. I mean, we'll take it. There's no reason not to take these things, right? And then we could trade with them. Whew, that's a lot of RP. Okay. What do you guys like most? Holy gifts. We can give you all our holy gifts. How about that? Okay, trade. Have some more holy gifts. Why is it... Okay, I don't know why that was... Huh. This is weird. Alright, trade. That's really strange. What's going on here? This menu is like really glitchy. There's more holy gifts. Alright, that gets us to the next stage, right? There we go. So we get psychic body glove. Base armor property 3 times psi rating. If the wearer is dodge, if the wearer's willpower is more than 40. I think hers is. Ignores first critical hit damage in combat. Yes, take that. Take the frag grenades. We have a bolt pistol here. Take that. Stabilizing bracers. When the wearer uses run and gun, they gain agility bonus divided by 2 bonus damage on their ranged attacks. Take that. A modified bolter. Yeah, we might as well take all of these. See no reason not to. 10 medkits here if we get to the next one. And it's only 500, which is only another one of these. To get to the next one. So that's not bad. Take that. Also get a plasma pistol. Looks like we can buy just about everything except for that last item. If we get there. Ceramite Stormtrooper Carapace. That sounds really cool. I want it. I don't have the trade factor. Want some more holy gifts? Have any more holy gifts? Heretical trophies work too, right? Yes, they do. They're both 500. There we go. First aid manual. Using any medkit costs 1 AP less, but no less than 0. Can be equipped. Huh. Gas cloud grenades and needle ring. This is our first ring, I think. A ring weapon that fires a single silver needle coated with viral toxin 5. Can only be used once per combat. This attack deals from 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 damage and has 30% armor penetration. As well. Where are these things? Do we want them right now? It is a lot to get to the next one, but we could do it. This is a modified laser gun. Not better than my long glass. Yeah, it could be good. What's a metronome? If the wearer didn't spend MP during this turn, they gain 10 to all their characteristics next turn. Oh, you don't say. That, I think, is worth it. Now, the question is, can we get there easily? I think we still have one more heretical thing we could give them. Yeah, right here. Oh, we have another one. Okay, that's good. Any more? One more. No, okay. We can give them this. Right, that's 200 for them. Just need a 300. So maybe provisions and either ship components. Sure. There we go. We might as well take this too. Okay. Very cool. So, from what we just picked up, what can you get? What can you use? You got this laser pistol. Is that better than... Don't know why I'd ever use these, but it's kind of cool. Okay. Versus these things. 4, 5, 3, 5, 6, 8. Okay. Who do we appreciate? 3, 5, 4, 5. So that's better. Okay, let's go to you now. Didn't really get anything for you. Go to you. This is probably better for you, right? Oh yeah, this is a lot better. A lot bigger gun too. Damn. Okay, can we send this to cargo now? We can probably send all these to cargo. Hopefully none of that was something we just picked up. Alright, and for you... So your current bolter is 6 to 10 damage. This one's 9 to 14 damage. There's a bolt pistol, 8 to 12 damage. Another bolt pistol. Kinda want to dual wield pistols on her. That'd be fun. 7 to 12 damage. We could go with that. That's kind of cool looking. Should have to reload a lot more though. We're gonna go with that. We'll hold on to those pistols just in case. We can get rid of those though. Nothing new for you. And I don't think we want to use anything for you. This has better armor penetration. And only a little bit less damage. Burst range. We probably want the range more, actually. Okay. Then we pick up some stuff. Oh, yeah, we got this bodysuit. It's going to be for you, I think. You lose a little bit less armor. But your willpower is usually above 40. It is 40 right now. So that should give you more of that. It should give you 12% dodge. Where's dodge? Is that dodge? Yeah. This one, right? Let's see if it works right now. Oh, that was dodge. It did change it, right? I'm not crazy. Yeah, actually changed it quite a bit. Did we get anything else? We have this heavy armor still, which nobody can use heavy armor. We got a couple things in here. You take that so you can use these easier? I'm not really sure. Right, the running gun gloves go to you. You're currently using these gloves. If the wearer's range attack hits an enemy, the wearer gains 5% bonus to critical hit chance for the next range attacks against, or bonus damage. What's your agility? It's usually really high, so sure. Go with that. And then we also have this. That's for exploits, so I don't really need to worry about that. We're gonna give this to me. I'm gonna give this to you. That one gives logic. Do either one of you have Deadeye for that stuff? No. I don't think that's really useful right now. Does everybody have a cape on? Yes. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. My God, we've done like nothing this episode. A lot of menus looking at menus is what I'm trying to say. If I could learn to speak. Alright, let's look at another menu here. The cogitator looks a lot older and more worn than the ones next to it. However, it has evidently been well cared for. Numerous parts have been replaced, not a single key is jammed, and fresh seals with prayers to the Omnissiah adorn its surface. One of the side panels has been removed. Bundles of gold-notched cables run from inside to a small data crypt that was connected only a short while ago. The screen reads, awaiting access code. Force access to the cogitator. Succeeded. You have bypassed the security layers. The cogitator is ready to reveal its secrets. Pascal leans forward and runs his fingers over the keys. The cogitator's screen blinks and responds with strings of unknown characters. I'll appeal to the machine spirit to open Logis Abel's personal archives as well, as accepted my request. Alright, go to Logis's personal archive. I cannot see the secret design, but I can sense it, shackled in stasis. The minds of the initiated are slumbering in the neural harness of their vows. I am registering an impulsive change. I surmise a potential influence on the stasis of the secret design. There came a time when the spiral was turned into a circle, but the circle can only be discontinued. Okay. The revelation granted by the Omnissiah to Logis Abel is in the course of his data meditation has been recorded verbatim. Logis Abel is seeking an audience with the venerable Dar Impulse 46, who may assist in interpreting the revelation. A request has been sent to the governor's place for a shuttle flight to the electrodynamic cenobium. A message has also been sent to the Furibundus system. The cycle can be discontinued. I recognize the words. The voice from the Vox is soft and pensive, barely audible over the static noise. I believe I know the intended recipient of the message in the Furibundus system. It was me. Omnissiah, grant me the wisdom to fathom this mystery. Go to Sacred Computation 7825M. Upon Logis Abel's order, the archives of every auger station on Rykad Minoris and the two primary satellites of Rykad stars have been quarried. Said satellites are named Magos Maruf and Saphira? Is it the Keen? After two great champions of faith, most external cogitators were placed inside the satellite's cores after their shells perished. The purpose of the sacred computation requested by the Logos is to uncover the external influence behind the ongoing insurgency. Computation result positive. Multiple instances of interference and malfunction detected, suggesting that the ships moving across the system deliberately blinded the sacred augure's eyes. The first of these ships is thought to have arrived two Rykad Minoris cycles ago. I understand. Early in the winter. The most recent one arrived a month ago. Logos Abel's conclusion. The insurrection on the planet had been long in the making, with the participation of external actors. It is alleged that 2 cycles ago, Aurora arrived in the Rykad system, the rumored unholy prophet of the insurgents. The subsequent ship movements can be attributed to weapon deliveries. But what is the nature of their activity near Rykadiphilia? Governor Medina's attention must be drawn to... The final entry cuts off abruptly. Go to recent observations. The satellite Magos Maruf reports that a ship has translated into the system. Its signature is consistent with the records of the flagship of a rogue trader dynasty, House von Valancius. The satellite Zephyra, or whatever it's called, the Keen, reports a ship drifting nearby has hurriedly sped away. The ship had sent an encrypted Vox transmission to the insurgent-controlled areas of the surface of Rykad Minoris. Another transmission was directed to the planetoid Rykadiphilia. Both transmissions were signed Brother Twilight. Their contents could not be decrypted. Go to be investigated. The entry contains planet-side coordinates marked as Heavy Augur Station jamming, possibly a hidden insurgent base. Alright.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Getting a little bit more of a clearer picture here. The heavy hum of this massive cogitator runs down the metal walls of the bunker, filling the entire command center. Greetings again, your ladyship. That's not his voice. Tech Priest Quartz Crane claims you have not been doing enough to ensure the safety of the Adeptus Mechanicus Monastery. With a heavy sigh, the governor wearily covers his face with his hands. Of course he does. That tech priest is very insistent. I ordered a squad to be dispatched to the holy cenobium of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They haven't been heard from yet. I'm afraid this is all I can do under the present circumstances. I don't have a single soldier to spare here in the capital. That's all I wanted to discuss. I'm glad I can influence you.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
What's this? These heavy chains are used to adjust the height of the command platform. Okay, so let's go back to our ship and rest. We need it. Hopefully we can just go straight there.
The opportunity.
To the upper way or return to the void ship? To the void ship. And then we want to back to the bridge. I don't think we're done on that planet. Like, I want to help out, but we might be forced to go to the sanctuary place first. I hope Governor Medina isn't like a bitter man who takes offense to me sort of showing up and telling him what to do. Alright. Do we have to rest here, or is there even a resting mechanic? I don't think there is. Abelard? Wait, I can't talk to you? Huh. Weird. Lord Captain, the ship informed me of your imminent meeting. Lord Captain, I have no information that would be of interest to you. Alright, just want to make sure there's not... Oh, I can't talk to you either. Weird. So I can't talk to my companions. Yeah, as far as I know, there's not like a sleep mechanic. They saw what again? They're hiding something from me. Throw them in the brig. I would like to order the shipping and transportation of some goods. Oh, so I don't actually have to go to these places. I can just be here. That's kind of cool. Okay. When the wearer kills an enemy in a 1-cell radius with a shot, they gain 1 resolve until the end of combat. We'll take it. I don't know how much I really like it, but we'll take it. Oh, is that a great... That's a sword. Ooh, a great sword. That's really cool. So you need more rep, huh? How much do I need? Quite a bit. But you like heretical trophies, Xeno artifacts, and jewelry. I don't think I have much of that stuff. Looks like most of what I have left are weapons, armor, provisions, some ship components. You can have those. Okay. Just go ahead and... Might be faster just to give them everything, but... Oh, we know they're 50. Nope, not that one. There we go. Yeah, we don't need to go further than this, at least not yet. So we get this, which we know who that's going for. We got these boots. Whenever the wearer deals damage to an enemy, the wearer has a 25% chance to gain 2 movement points. Fire grenades and War World Origin flak chest plate. Medium armor. World property 10% parry. That'd be good for Abelard too. Can't get the Medal of Alacrity yet. When the wearer targets an ally with Bring It Down, the Bring It Down ability for the first time in combat, that ally gains 1 additional action point. Nice. Very cool. Okay, you're gonna benefit greatly from this stuff. So first, you're gonna get this. Which I do believe is better, right? You're gonna get 10% parry, at least. It's almost 100% parry there. Did that look any different? Yeah, it's a different color. I like it. But more importantly... Oh, hell yeah. That's super cool. Look at that. I like it. I like it a lot. Very cool. Alright. Okay, let's go, I guess, to the bridge. Or to the map here. And, so we have something on Majoris here. Unidentified void ship there. Okay, we do have some places we could go. Okay, so, oh, the sanctuary is on the planet. I see. I guess that's where we go. As far as I know, I don't have, like, anything else to do here. We could go to the starport and just see if there's, like, a quest. At the very least, we can talk to that sergeant guy, see if he got noticed. Otherwise, I guess we just have to keep going forward. Looks like he's got more people over here. Hey, man. I live to serve your ladyship, ma'am. Okay. Is that something I missed way down there? No, that was that area that, like, didn't get mapped out. Right, that's where we saw Pascal. Okay, I don't actually think there's anything to do over here. Can I get back on the ship? The pilot dresses in a crumpled uniform adorned with Von Valancia's coat of arms still looks quite pale. Her white hands bear red marks left by the wheel. The scream of terror she let out when the missiles flew right past your shuttle is etched in your memory. Her voice quivers slightly, but even her fear cannot stop her from using typical Voidsman jargon. That was some flight, your ladyship. If we'd been a little less lucky, we'd be checking in at the port in the sky right now. What was that weapon they fired at us? Can't say I know, your ladyship, but the shots it fires certainly fly quick. I've never seen guns like that before, and they were firing from far away, almost from beyond the bar. The horizon, that is. Who gave those yobs a terrifying contraption like that? Your name, pilot. My bad there, your ladyship. Senior pilot Nemus. Appointed by the senior deck officer to serve on your personal shuttle. Give me back to my ship. Okay, so it does look like we need to go... Unless I did miss something. We need to go to the sanctuary next. So that's where we're gonna head. And this is where... Is this where the dude said he was going to? The Inquisitor? I think so. What are these? Why are these... Oh, they're required to be there. I see. Electrodynamic Cenobium. I'm probably not saying that right, am I? I feel like this game is making me feel really stupid with the words. I don't talk good. Press any key to continue. We'll cover the landing area, your ladyship. Glory to the Von Valancia's dynasty. Glory be. Okay. So I want to keep playing, but we are at that time, and I do feel like my voice is starting to weaken a bit. So I probably need to stop, but I really want to keep going. This game's a lot of fun. But we are going to stop there. Until the next episode, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.